Hello, this is Olga Munson. We're the beautiful Una Residences. Welcome to my pre-construction series. We talk about all things pre-construction. Today we're going to discuss the closing fees, specifically the buyer's closing fees and the seller's closing fees. The buyer is responsible to pay for six closing fees, which I'm going to go through. The developer fee, which is probably the largest fee, it ranges from 1.5 to 2% in Florida. At Una, for example, I mentioned earlier, it's 1.7%. The percentage is of the purchase price and any charges for options, for extras, for modifications to the unit. Number two is a capital contribution. So it's a working capital contribution that usually equals to 2 months of HOA, goes to fund the association. So it goes directly to the association for the purpose of funding any operating expenses, ordinary expenses. Usually it's used to get the building up and running, and it is not to be confused with a 1 month HOA that is going to be prepaid at closing. So that's going to be a separate payment. Which brings me to number three, 1 month of HOA, which is a prepayment of the first month of your assessments in the building. Number four, the reimbursements to the seller. There are two types of reimbursement. The first one is reimbursement for any utility, cable, entertainment, hookups, any government impact fees, any deposits. It could be cable deposits that the developer had advanced or paid on your behalf. So you're going to be reimbursing the seller at closing. The second reimbursement is to the developer or the developer closing agents for any fees that are related to the closing. And these are usually minor fees, long distance calls, notaries, could be photocopies and such. So they're very minor. These reimbursements are usually not known until closing, and as I mentioned, they're not significant. Number five, late funding fees. That's in case the buyer is not closing on time, so there's sometimes late fees are applied towards the buyer. And the last one is the title insurance. This is optional. The title insurance premium is usually paid by the seller, but the buyer can elect his own title insurance agent and get his own premium, and he is going to be responsible for any cost associated with a review and search of the title. So, which brings me to the seller's expenses. And the seller's expenses are very simple. So there's only three closing fees that the seller agrees to pay, which is going to be the recording of the deed in the public records, documentary stamps paid in association with conveying the deed to the buyer, and number three is the title insurance premium and any fees that were related to that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, you can subscribe to my channel, and you can reach me to ask any questions about pre-construction. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, it's Olga Munson. We're at beautiful Una. I hope you have a great day.